After the worst opening round of any sport in history, we'll do our best to recap what little action there was before we get fired up for the real stuff to begin Thursday. Happy lockout week, everyone. It's time for the weekend wash-up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Rocket, we can't hear.
Disgusting! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, that's right. It's that time of week. We're back again here at the Weekend Wash-Up. As always, I'm Matt, your host. And joining me, David and Jordan. Boys, are we excited?
Yes,
We're
mate.
getting there.
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah.
3 days to go.
Yeah. Well, just 2 games just to liven things up.
My brain is just deleting as much as I can of that footy action on the weekend because that was just useless, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Friday was a good taster, I reckon.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no, you're
Ben
right. Friday,
back down the
everyone's
pub,
like,
a few pints. It was nice.
Excited for it. And then, look, we had a busy weekend, so it probably didn't worry us as much. But I'm sure there would have been a few people sitting around on Saturday going, bloody hell, wish there was some footy on.
Yeah, we were sitting around not doing a whole lot Saturday morning leading into the Arvo, hoping there was a bit of footy on, but yeah it was a big weekend for us.
Yeah, big mates weddings, so
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, it was nice. Weekend of love.
Yep, we got a big MC over there.
Yeah, MC'd it. Yeah.
Yep.
It was okay, I think.
I thought you,
Yeah,
I think you were pretty good.
Pretty well,
Yeah,
apart from attacking your fellow co-host.
Oh, look, I was copping it from all angles, and frankly, rightfully so.
Formal
This is the exact kit this man wore to the wedding.
dress code.
Some smarter shorts than that, but yeah, look, it was going to be embarrassing either way, wasn't it? Look, I'll wear it, I'll move on.
It's a good memory.
It's
Memory.
a good laugh, mate.
Yeah,
Don't stress too much.
For some, but that's all right. 'Cause now I get to look forward to some footy and some fantasy really getting started. But before we start today, look, we've managed to keep this podcast ad-free despite huge outside interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's time for a bit of a plug, so just make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at The Weekend Wash Up, while also catching up with the podcast on YouTube.
Jordan's draft just going off there.
Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Yet we got a bloke drafting live. We might have to touch in. Next round. Look, you're all legends anyway. It would be a huge help to us if you could leave a rating and review. Unless, of course, you hate us, in which case, feel free to just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No 1-star reviews, please no.
Yeah, you gave us one, didn't you, mate? All right. I think let's get into some talking points from the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And, gee, there was a fair bit of Christmas Krampus, some cramp going around, especially on Sunday. Like, players lacking fitness. Like, it was just absolutely bizarre scenes.
Anyone in particular, or?
Well, one man in particular that, a lot of people were suddenly very hot on starting.
Yes.
And if there was no bye, they definitely would have started him. And, there's a little head start loss there because, once again, the tag went over to Nick Dacos and, oh, my goodness.
Well, he wasn't... I wouldn't say he was getting tagged out of the game.
No,
he was pretty dominant.
First half, he was good.
You just think that when he gets tagged, he kind of sooks it and goes off injured.
Yeah, once again, things got a little hard.
Yeah.
And, there went the groin, the hammies.
The double calves.
Oh,
he went up for a mark.
It was gone out. It was bloody.
It was early, though.
He was sniped.
It was like
started
early
third,
in the
I think.
And then Pickle Juice was doing nothing. Like, he was just hobbling around. It was embarrassing.
And then they put him at full forward, and Bedford still went with him. So they still tagged him in the goal square.
Yeah, and we needed him for a goal in a... Yeah.
Oh, no.
Another losing leg from
Yeah, well, I guess that
put the
means...
ignore on.
Yeah, no one will be getting Nick Dacos.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, that just makes it a no-brainer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's, post-buy, it's, an easy one. Look, it was a bit of an opening round fizzer. The only other thing that was a real talking point, I thought, from the weekend was Briggsy going down. And the flow-on effect for what that happens in terms of the rucks.
Yeah, true.
Because Lockie Keefe was the man stepping up. Yeah, it is grim. GWS literally do not have a second ruck. So with Briggs definitely out at least next week, potentially the week after. Oh, actually, no, he's got the bye.
Have they actually said what it is yet?
So it was I believe it was a concussion. I mean, he
Neck
got
issue.
smashed.
That was worried about his neck, I think.
He got smashed.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
So look, he's definitely out next week, and guess who plays them? It's Big Muntagorn. He's going to play Lockie Keefe in round 1.
Oh.
You can guarantee I would put the line at 135.
Really?
Cameron
Cameron
went
just had
130 plus.
135, didn't
Gorn
he?
is going to have 50 hit outs, 8 mark. He's going to go 150.
It will be big. Yeah,
I
think it will be.
There's a guaranteed captaincy
So
monster.
you could go Gorn.
I'm saying you could consider it.
Yeah.
Unless they go knock on the door of old Shane Mumford.
Oh, get him out of time.
Bring him back for a couple.
Oh, well then, yeah.
The mummy.
Rule that out.
That
You
would-
bloody mummify him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, who caught up on that Friday night game? The Swans and the Hawk.
Yeah,
Who's taking that
I
one?
caught the last 3 quarters. I think David caught the whole thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a bit of it.
was
I've
in the
got the scores here. So, Will Day was probably the biggest talking
That
point from the
first
game,
half
I'd
was-
say.
yeah,
Monster
pretty
first
nice,
half.
wasn't it?
129 points, 26 disposals, 3 goals, 6 tackles, and a particular stat I noticed, 6 free kicks for.
Ridiculous.
So, I don't know. Yeah, that was...
What was he on at half time?
Oh, I don't know.
90,
something big.
He
Yeah.
was 99 or something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to see the first half. I'm just looking at his score, and holy shit,
Yeah.
it just kept going.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
had 19 touches, 3 goals in the first half.
73% time on ground. He went off for a bit, I think, there. And then 50...
It was cramp as well.
Yeah, it was only 55% CBAs. So 760K, is he a must pick now, do we reckon, boys?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say. I think we'll have a look at those a bit later,
Yeah.
but I think, Will Day on the back for 130. Yep. Did he find your way out of your sides? Because he
Yeah, he was
had
out of
snuck
mine.
Yeah,
out
he
of
was
mine.
out of
Yeah.
mine as well.
Just one poor pre-season game. See you, mate. Oh, hang on. Actually, no, he is a game.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. I'm just
It's free money now.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
I thought, just another point of note was I think he did get tagged in that second half.
Although, all the mids went quiet in the second half. I don't know why.
but I believe they did send Jordan to him
Yeah.
as well as him,
Right.
cramping.
The Josler.
Makes sense.
I mean, that's massive, wasn't it?
Yeah. Next up is Ducky's boy, Big Meeky, 110.
Freaky.
Huge. Yep, 14 disposals, 2 goals, 30 hit-outs, 6 tackles for Freaky Meeky. 907K, and he is looking bigger and better this season.
He was looking massive.
Yeah, he was.
It was
looking-
I knew he was a big man.
Yeah,
He's
But
jacked. Yeah.
you say big man?
big man, mate. He was bloody.
The
He was
Jamaican
bloody
translator.
oiled
Big
up.
man.
Oiled up. Like he was looking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's definitely a
Scary
He's
as.
got to be a ruck 2 option, but is there a world where you could start him and TDK together?
My world potentially. I'm doing it.
Carl Amon, 107, looks a solid draft pick. Matty Roberts, 104, looks like an absolute lock, 780K. And
nice.
only 40% of the comp has him.
Yeah, there was a bit,
Only.
of,
Yeah.
a bit of confirmation bias there. No, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
It should be more.
It should be
It
like
should be
65.
way more. Yeah.
Yeah.
95% time on ground. I thought was an interesting one. For,
Yeah. Matty.
yeah.
And they
Matt.
were looking for him.
So if he's
Big
he's
time.
out there for that long,
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Chad Warner, 92, whatever. I think kicked 2 goals, didn't have a lot of it.
classic Chad game.
Nick Blakey, 90, probably another solid draft pick there.
The kick-in stat was pretty amazing. 10 kick-ins for old Blakey. So Roberts only had 1, I saw.
Yeah.
But then old mate Popowski did say that Roberts did receive 3 kick-ins for plus 6s.
Yeah.
So
You'd probably
even
love that.
well, yeah, potentially. So he was obviously getting back there, trying to get the kick-in. Blakey's saying nah.
Nah.
But he's at least making sure he's in the pocket, presenting.
Yeah.
And if he gets a few of those a game.
The
Yeah.
Lizard had to show out for the fans. So
There's
had a few lizards in the
wasn't there?
crowd.
Yeah, that
there
was very
was.
good, very good. Sick Dog, 81. He did go forward in the last, I believe, and probably showed why he isn't worth the punt. I don't know what
I
you
think
guys
that
believe.
that was the full Sick Dog experience,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe,
I reckon you'll see it more this year as well.
Yeah.
Because they can.
well, because he dominated the first half,
Yeah,
and then I
down
believe
back,
he got
yeah.
some attention in the second, and then got shifted
Yeah.
forward.
So and they had
the
Sam,
full
they had
experience,
Sam Frost with the green vest. So
which
yeah.
was bizarre in
well,
the first place.
Well, they
But-
wanted to throw Sick forward in the last,
Exactly,
didn't they?
yeah.
Kind of played perfectly. John Newcomb, 76. Jordan, are you still picking him?
To be confirmed.
Yeah, to be confirmed later this pod.
Sammy Wicks, 74. He's 393K. He shut down the Wiz and does look like a lock back there as the new shutdown back. Could he be worth a little pick?
Shut down the Wiz.
He shut him out the game completely.
Oh,
One of the worst games I've seen.
Yeah.
Like the Wiz is capable of this.
All I'm saying is Sam Wicks, I don't know, 390k.
He fires up late in the season. Yeah, Sam Wicks is cheap. So
Yeah.
you've got to notice that. I mean, that role isn't.
It's a lockdown.
He's going to average 50s.
40,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 50 is probably fair.
Yeah.
Sheldrick 32 and Hanley 30 won't be going into our sides at this stage, I can't imagine.
We can safely rule out old Gus Bus.
You were pretty big on the old Sheldrick last
Well,
week.
you had to watch
Put
it.
the Yeah, he was a watch.
He was worth watching.
Yeah.
And I saw enough
Yes.
to not pick him.
And finally, the Wizard was pretty disappointing with 11 points.
Yeah.
But
11
He was
points.
a late try
Hey,
flyer for
but
some.
yeah, I'll say he's only needed when it truly matters. So,
Yeah.
they won.
They
he was
still won.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
That
we
was
can move
actually
on.
like a
from the Wiz.
really bad game from the Wiz.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
mate.
that's the Wiz for you, though. It's the full Wiz experience.
Come on. Then it was a fair wait until we got to Sunday for the Giants Pies. Now, I know you missed this one, David.
I did.
I was on the car on the way home, so I did get to catch this whole game. And
Used a bit of data.
my God, it was worth it just to see Finn Callahan in action.
Oh, yeah, that was a beast mode performance, it looks like.
Oh, Bo.
yeah.
We want
Yeah.
Bo.
You get Bo.
He was unbelievable. So, like, the score probably doesn't do it justice. So, he went 110, 33 touches. I think he had, like, 700-odd metres gained just in the game. It was his speed that caught me off guard. Because I've not really watched him that closely before. But he was kind of like Patrick Cripps size.
Yeah.
But then with, like, Nick Dacos wheels.
Okay.
Like, he would just sprint away from blokes. Like, it was ridiculous. He was amazing.
Yeah, wow.
So he kicked 2, which he's not going to do every week.
No.
But he also did only have 2 tackles, which he averaged 4 last year. So and he had 88% centre bounces, I think.
Yeah.
So he is pure midfield. So he's gone from 40% CBAs last year to 88%. You know,
With
80+%.
Tom Green out.
With Tom Green out, but if you look at the rest of the CBA mix, it was a full mix and match.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of Josh Kelly and then a bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to be in there full time this year.
I'm going to say buy beware.
Buy beware.
Buy beware. I
Well,
watched
look,
a
he couldn't
lot
go in
of
the
him
start.
last year.
The buy in
And-
round 2.
But like he had a few of these games last year where he dominated, and then the next game he followed up like not wanting the pill.
Completely fair. And look, I'm not going to pick him to start, so I'm going to get to see him in round 1. But from what I saw in the role and how good he looked, round 3 target.
Okay.
Absolutely. For
Cool.
me, for sure. He was awesome and
Yeah.
great draft pick. Lockie Ash, 125.
Yeah.
Now, this has come out of the blue, and we'll have a little discussion after the games.
For some. Big Lockie Ash guy.
you have been on board.
Yeah, big Lockie Ash guy.
You have it on board. He's cost you a couple of
Yeah,
years.
he has. But now we cash in. Now
But
we,
this might
cash
be
the
the
check.
year. So, I mean, look, he did rack up late. There was a fair bit of cheap footy.
Yeah, there
but,
was.
I mean, the Giants looked awesome. They're going to be awesome this year.
Yep.
I mean, 6 kick-ins. He's priced at the same as Matt Roberts. So we're picking Matt Roberts, with a round 3 buy and not really thinking about it, right? And yet Lockie Ash at 790 has gone 125. He's a guy that we know can score.
Whitfield had Krampus.
He
though,
scored
as well.
99 points in the second half.
Yeah.
That is cooked.
He
Because
can jump.
Whitfield was Christmas Krampus.
So,
as well.
look, you do have to flag that he was on 26 at the half. So, like, there was a fair bit of junk involved
God, so he
in
had
that.
the Will Day half, the 9-9.
Yeah.
That's massive.
crazy.
But his break even is now at 39. So, yeah, look, he's an option. Serious option. Sam Taylor. So, I mean, talk about out of the blue. Now, this is not a fantasy pick at all.
No.
Nah.
He's going to average between 50 or 60. This is just purely riding a break-even game if you wanted to.
Yeah.
He was awesome for 118, but that was thanks to 13 marks, 9 intercepts. A ridiculous game. He's unreal.
Yeah.
But he's just not going to do anything close to that every week.
Yeah.
So is he worth? Could he be? Because he could go up a fair bit in price.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we'll have to discuss that break-even game. But, look, you could do it. I won't be doing that one, though.
Yeah,
I don't think. Lockie Whitfield, 99, was very good. He suffered from the cramp.
Yeah,
Krampus
he had the
as well.
Krampus. He was off for a fair bit.
Yeah, I mean,
it kept
look,
coming up injured on the app, and I was like, no.
Yeah, look, he's going to be awesome again this year. If you drafted him, don't fret. He's going to be a 105 plus.
Yeah,
going to
he's
dominate.
class.
Brent Daniels.
Yeah.
we love Brent.
We love Brent. And
88 points. He had a few centre bounces.
about 6 or 7.
Yeah, so
Mate.
he did run through there.
That's all you look. He's a draft forward, really. You're not going to pick him in classic.
No, he's not a classic option, but I think he's going to be that high 80s guy again.
Yeah.
Pretty safely.
Yeah.
So then we had to have a look at a few of the rookies from the Giants. Grzuski.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty clearly in for Jesse Hogan, I believe.
Okay.
So I really should have checked. I don't know quite the timeline on Hogs.
Yeah.
I know he, had that controversial,
Just a thumb break, right?
broken thumb. So,
Anyone seen him with a little thumb cast, or is it
yeah, look, I can't confirm. It was a weird one. I don't know if he's going to play next week, but I'm not going to start
Yeah.
old Tom out of the blue.
I don't think
But
so.
he was okay for 57.
Yep.
Connor Stone, so 50. I've been going back and forth on this one because he did some things where I thought, okay, shit, that was actually really good. Like there was one where he clean pick up, blind turn the bloke, and then nailed a target like 40 metres out on the wing.
Yeah.
He's 22 years old, just signed a contract. So I think he's going to get the chance to play in this role. Now, I think he's only a 50 guy and for your bench, but I have settled on him being at my F8
Wow.
for 230k.
Yeah, okay.
So I think his job security is safe enough.
All right,
now that
respect.
I saw enough.
he's in?
He's not in for me.
Yeah.
He's not in for you.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
like it.
No, like
I love
he's
that.
the type of bloke that I think if they had a couple bad games, the axe could come swinging very early.
Yeah.
Like every rookie, pretty much.
Yeah, well, of course.
There's
Like,
a couple
it's
other
fair
ones
enough.
Not
that
a lot of class
you
going
gotta,
around.
You got to pick
But-
the good players, boys.
Yes, yeah. So look, I'm not excited
Mate, there was
about it.
flashes there from Old Stone.
I think he did enough.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Leaky, where I am just not sure there was enough. So he scored 42, and when he was out there, he was okay. He took one good grab that caught my eye.
Yeah.
But 54% time on ground, so he was almost in the
The vest.
toes already. He may
Yeah.
as well have been in the vest.
Right, so he has to go, does he?
Well, I think when Tom Green, so they're saying Tom Green's expected for round 1, in which case I think we might see him out
Okay.
then anyway.
Okay.
And then, yeah, definitely by round 3, I just don't think he can survive. So he is out for me at the moment.
Yeah, fair. Nah, he's out for me.
Briggsy, and I should say he's 50% owned, so it'll be interesting. He's got a 0 break even, so people will still pick him.
Who?
What?
Leak, sorry, not Briggsy. Yeah, sorry.
I was like,
didn't make that
Briggs is
clear.
50% owned.
Hang on.
I did forget to mention that. No, sorry. Yeah, so Briggsy, 8 points, not relevant in terms of fantasy. Oh, actually, no draft.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a killer in draft.
He's a killer in draft. Hopefully, it's just the out for 1 week, has the bye, back round 3.
Yep.
You're going to cop that 8 in round 2 when you bench him then, but...
The man that whose wedding we
Yeah.
went to actually has Briggsy, and
Has anyone told him yet, or
yeah, he found out.
Yeah, that would have ruined his Sunday for a little bit.
put a damper on the best day of his life, eh?
No, the Sunday, mate. Old Booker Cameron 136.
Yeah, that's massive.
Another great draft pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge dominant performance.
What's going on here?
Is that your pick?
It's me again.
Oh, is that you? Oh,
Got
you-
into round 4 with like 250 on the board already.
You've got to be happy with that, but seriously, he was racking against Lockie Keefe, which is why I say that Max Gorn could do anything
Yeah.
next week. But he was very good. Very good.
Love that.
Harry Perriman, 90, was very good again, had the role. 50% centre bounces was interesting. I would have liked to have seen a bit more.
Okay.
But he had 27 touches and only 3 tackles. So those that were concerned that he was only going to score through tackles,
Nah, it's good.
well, he actually had 27 touches.
6 point last quarter as well. So
Yeah, no, he did look good. Josh Dacos, 27 touches, 88 points off the halfback. He's going to be a great draft pick.
yeah.
And one to watch in fantasy when we can pick him. But old Puswa Dacos,
Oh
60 points.
yeah.
Dodged
you
the
can't
bullet.
really defend it, though.
Yeah.
Can ya?
And look, don't get me wrong. After round 3, he will be straight in my side because he will have games where he dominates.
The Pies just looked like cooked after the second
I
quarter.
don't
know.
That was weird.
It's weird.
With the fitness. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
quite understand it.
I think it was very hot as well. But
Yeah, he
anyway, whatever.
still just needs to prove to me that he can break the tag before I get really excited.
I reckon the Pies need the 2 Dacoses in Houston. Otherwise, they're
Yeah,
Kaput.
the bottom half of their list is concerning.
yeah.
Very concerning. All right, now, before we get into some team reveals and a few fantasy crystal balls later on, we put out the question just to do a bit of a quick Q&A here.
Yeah.
So we got a few questions in, and I think they're good discussion points
Okay.
to talk about. So Mr. T asked, do I need to restructure my whole team to fit Day in? Which is
your whole team.
which is kind of what I had to do because he was out for me, and I have all these value mids that I thought and they've still been like untouchable.
Yeah.
So I've had your, kind of your Cherries, your Powers,
Yeah.
all of those guys running through there. Then if you're trying to squeeze Will Day in, plus like a gun mid, plus your rookies, plus your O'Driscolls and your Garcias, there's only so many mid spots.
Yeah.
So is it worth restructuring to getting him in?
You have to have him, right? You're literally leaving like 100k on the table off rip if you don't.
I think the big thing about Will Day is that they've got the round 4 bye, right?
Yeah.
So if he ends up being like not as good as like he's not going to score 130 every week, but if he doesn't go like 100 plus, then you can trade him away on your buy anyway, and he's still making money. I think it's kind of a free pick.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
think he is absolutely in for me now. I had to make
his
room.
break-even's 30.
I know. So he's
Right.
going to go up like 100k, if maybe
Yeah.
more. And I think now, having seen Finn score so well,
Yeah.
that you're going to have Finn as an option coming off the round 2 bye,
Yeah.
or you're going to have Dacos, getting cheaper coming off the round 3 bye.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not going to be able to trade Will Day to anyone if he struggles.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
Will Day is an easy one for me. Now, kind of following on from that point, but expanding on it, Xander asks, keen to know which players from the weekend are now must-starts. So guys like Finn, Taylor, and Ash weren't on many radars prior to this game. Cheers, fellas. So, and this comes around to the whole point of chasing these low break-evens, where we're really talking about the guys that didn't even train once the whole pre-season.
With your fantasy squad.
all summer, they haven't even had a look in, and all of a sudden, one good score, and they're all in.
Lockie Ash hasn't been mentioned all pre-season.
So,
For that reason, I like. I rate him, but
I think you've got to go, case by case with these chasing low break-evens. So starting with Sam Taylor is probably the most extreme case as a literal lockdown key defender. I don't think his role was changed.
No.
The players just kept kicking it down his throat.
Yeah.
He had a day out. He's going to average 50s. He's been a 50 guy. Maybe he averages 60. But he's not like a pick you want. That's a literal pick him,
And you're going to
get your score next week,
and then trade him out.
and trade him
And then
out.
if there's like an injury or two,
You cooked.
That's where, if you pick too many of these guys, the round 1 trades are the most important trades of the season.
they are, yeah.
So 2 years ago, I think it was me grabbing Zeeble.
yeah.
Who I didn't start with.
Oh, yeah.
And Will Setterfield in round 1, who started.
Setters.
And that set up my whole season.
Linsanity run from Setters.
Yeah.
it was,
Last
wasn't
year it was Ollie Dempsey's.
Yeah.
There's always
Isaac Heaney.
Riley Bonner. So
Yeah.
there's so many guys that you need to go chasing.
Bonner.
Zorko.
Yeah.
Where's Riley Bonner these days?
Oh, God knows.
Is he like?
He's not on a list.
He's not on a list.
Nah.
He's done.
That's up.
Get him down at Wembley.
That's up.
Fair enough. No, he's not good enough.
Yeah, so Sam Taylor for me, you could do it because he's going to make good cash.
We should not endorse this.
I'm not. I'm saying.
do it.
I'm saying don't.
No,
do
don't
it.
do it.
Don't do it.
I'm saying don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
So
do it.
he's the most extreme case.
Yeah.
Now let's go to a Lockie Ash, who may have snuck his way into my side
I personally...
because he is a man with fantasy pedigree that
Yes.
has averaged 80 plus before, has a fantasy friendly role. Struggled last year, but we
Yeah.
all thought he was going to break out
So
last year.
he plays.
Yeah.
He plays one round,
Yeah,
and then he
picked him.
doesn't play.
Yes.
And you're picking him.
Yes.
Can I just take you back about a year?
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting at Optus, fighting for my life in our draft league.
Yeah.
And I watched Lockie Ash go out there and put up an 18.
Yeah, he did
In
score
real
18
time.
for a full
He must
game.
have been either so hung or I just don't know. It was the worst performance ever. So as much as I'm riding the 125, I
Yeah.
think he's pretty good. He's a roller coaster.
Well, you've probably watched him closer than
I
just
have,
about anyone in
yeah.
the country.
Surely
You've ridden
it's-
the ups and downs.
And I reckon Whitfield going down with cramp helped him along.
Yeah, okay,
in that second half.
What will his break even be?
So his break even is about 30. So okay, this is my
And he's gonna make- and he's-
this is
yeah,
my
he's
perspective on it. Now, I'm not prepared for a worst case score of 18 because if he goes out there next week,
Could you
Oh,
imagine?
that would be the
if he
calm.
goes out
my
there next
God.
Yeah,
week,
pick him.
if he goes out there next week and scores 30 against the D's, it will be a full head loss. It might be the end of the wash up. We'll get cancelled.
30. Oh,
It'll be a full head loss. Now
I
I'm
wanna see
seeing,
it now.
Pick him.
Yeah.
the worst case scenario as like he goes out there and scores a 60 or a 70
Okay.
Yeah.
And makes money still.
and still makes 30k or whatever it is. It's not as good as I thought.
And-
But then I'm looking at that from round 2. I can either go like up to like a Max Holmes who's currently not in my side, right? So I could like find the cash to go up to like a Holmesy, or I'm not starting a Pryor or starting a rookie. I've got no rookies on field in defence.
Okay.
It would be a very easy switch, I think,
Gotcha.
for me to go to like a Pryor or like another rookie if they perform.
Okay.
And do the full downgrade. And then I got 400k, you know, whatever it is to play with elsewhere.
Yeah.
So in the worst case scenario, barring he scores over 60, then I'm seeing at least then I can move him on. Or he goes 100.
I mean, he did have 97 in that preseason game as well.
Yeah, so he's gone 97, then he's gone 130.
He's been convinced here.
Or he goes
in real
110.
time.
I'm not picking him.
Or he goes 110. I'm saying there is the alternative where he goes 110, goes up almost 100k, and is looking like, well, we picked Matt Roberts at the same price.
I
So
look, if I would
that's
respect
how I
that.
see it.
Yeah.
So look,
Yeah.
I'm not going to call him a must-have,
No.
but
He's
that's
by all
one
means not.
You think it's low risk?
It's viable. Medium risk.
It's viable, but
I
if
can't say low risk.
let's say you get an injury round one.
I was going to say,
then what?
if I cop 2 injuries round 1 and he stinks, you know, then I'm going, you know, that was a...
You could say that about
was a
anything
mistake.
though.
But
with
exactly.
what ifs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's medium risk. I'm saying that's tough.
Okay.
Miki, I'm not going to advise, but he has also made his way into my side.
So Miki, I would be more on than
Yeah.
Ash
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Like, I reckon that's
Which-
actually a good pick.
Which
Yeah.
because, and I feel more confident because we've been high on him all preseason.
Yeah.
I thought he started dominating at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Dominated that final. As we said, he's looking awesome. And
Yeah.
Grundy was a red, so Sydney were red for rucks last year, and he took the piss out of Brodie Grundy that game. He dominated them. He was almost the talk of the game after Will Day, I would say.
Yeah.
I think he's a 100+ guy. His value,
Everyone's picking TDK. They're like the same age.
Yeah.
same age,
But
same price,
Meg's
same
got the
income,
buy though, right?
Yeah.
same
Round
super
four buy.
contribution.
But that's the thing
But it
about
could
Miki
be-
as well.
it could be a lifetime
Miki's the same as Will Day though. Miki's the same as Will Day. Like, you pick him, and then if he's no good, like,
Yeah,
Ship him
it's-
off,
I've got
yeah.
3 rounds.
I reckon he's. I reckon
Oh,
he's
he
decent.
looks good.
So
yeah.
look, this obviously it's X has found his way out of my side, which is the
So
concern.
you've gone
there.
the Miki and TDK
yeah.
double.
Yeah.
That is just risky business.
Yeah.
I love it.
So look,
Imagine Big X just 170.
hey,
Off rip.
I'm giving that the tick.
Yeah.
Now Finn Callahan.
Yeah.
Now, why I'm not giving this the tick to start is because there's so many midfield value options to start with.
Okay.
I don't feel the need with a 0 in round 2 to pick him.
But wouldn't you say there's more value in him than Ash?
Yeah,
and
I-
less risk.
100%. But
I
in
get it.
defence, who else are you picking?
I get it because you don't like the
'Cause
defensive rookies as well,
I
right?
replace Max Holmes, who I think is going to be like a 105 guy maybe, and he's 970k, right? And so that's who I don't love him as a pick. Whereas like in midfield, I have all these. Yeah, like I listed off those guys: Will Day, Chera,
Pal.
Powell. There's another one. There's so many, and
Dylan
obviously
Gill.
Oliver, who I'm completely forgetting
Oh, yeah,
now.
Clayton Oliver.
Yeah.
Like there's so many that I just don't feel the need to squeeze Finn in there. But
Say someone said they've picked him though, you would be okay with that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
because
it. You wouldn't be like, no, don't. do
I'm saying he's going to be a 100+ guy this year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
100
100%.
plus.
Yep, 100+.
that. Well, we've got
He's
another bet
awesome.
on our hands here, I reckon.
We can't.
It's been a bit of
we're
back and
getting
forth
out
in our group
Discuss
chat.
this. He didn't want the smoke. He wasn't willing to stand on business.
Look,
You've got a problem, mate. You've got
I'm just. You can't.
I'm
You
retired,
can't want
mate.
to bet. You can't make a bet on
I
bloody
don't
everything.
Bought a house, had to hang it up.
yeah, sure, mate. Sure.
No, so look, Finn Gunn going to be a great pick. Going to be in my side very early.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a bit colder on him starting him just because of the other options.
All right.
Then is there anyone else? So Roberts, I think obviously that was just
No, yeah.
confirmation bias.
Look.
Huge
Yeah.
time on ground.
Don't even need to comment on that.
They
I reckon.
fed him too. Like, they was looking for him inside. It was nice
Yeah,
to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, Will Day, who we spoke about
Oh,
and said.
and Perryman, I
absolute
suppose.
So Perryman he's definitely not in the category of he's forced your hand this
No.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
But he did nothing to stop you from picking him.
Yeah.
Our good mate, formerly Central West Aussie, now Libertarian West Aussie. How are we looking for the round one?
State election.
He's,
on the weekend, I
he's the
suppose.
super fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great man.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Absolutely
Yeah.
great man. Absolute legend. He said, how are we looking for the round one rant segment? You all fired up. I'm not fired up yet because nothing's gone wrong. But let me tell you, I reckon about 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon,
It'll take.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it'll take just one thing. Like, say you've got Lockie Ash.
In fact, Saturday afternoon is no. We're probably talking Thursday night Q1.
Yeah.
As Camperali's on 5 points. Or maybe he's on my bench on 30 or something. It's not going to take long.
Oh, dear. Yeah, it won't take long.
It's going to be a few melts.
It'll be round one's always a good one, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
A few melts flying about this weekend. Finn asks, is there still some bad blood for Rowan this season? And he's definitely referring to me there.
100%.
I'm going to say yes.
And that comes as a surprise to absolutely nobody.
And there will be bad blood until I see him go out there and go 150 and go, shit, all right.
Probably,
and then
probably this
I'm wrong
weekend.
again.
Oh, wow. Yeah. What they said, he's fit and ready
Apparently
to go.
he's fit and good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin Towers?
Nah.
You could do a lot worse. But
You
I
could
won't
do
be.
a lot worse.
I won't be.
Meeky to Rowan, round 4, duck.
Yeah. Well, see, that's something I see. Meeky gives me flexibility there.
Yeah.
If I start X, I'm locked in. All right, and just lastly, Nathan asks, love your work. Any Suns worth looking at a pickup on round 3?
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, we didn't get to see, as we saw some of the Giants, and we didn't get to see any of those Suns or Bombers.
Dizzy Rioli?
I think Dan Rioli is
him.
definitely the one we're hottest on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I actually like Anderson as well. I
agree. I
Mando.
think he will have a season where he goes, massive.
Yeah, I think he'll be good.
He's as we said, new skipper. He's got to step up.
Yeah.
There's
I think
definitely a couple out there.
I think the fact that I'm starting Lockie Ash all of a sudden, it didn't take much to make my defence because I didn't love the value options there, which I think Dan Rioli high.
Yeah,
high on the radar.
I reckon I'd have Rioli in if there was no buy for them. For sure.
Awesome. All right, it's that time. It's team review time.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Let's have a look at what we've got. So, of course, with the disclaimer...
Preface this for sure.
Thursday and Friday teams will come out and change it. But I think until teams come out, I think I'm pretty happy with kind of the structure I've...
Mate,
I am.
that is the
I am.
biggest lie I've ever heard in my life.
Every single pod. Like, I don't think it's changing, boys.
And it didn't change all weekend.
That is not true.
Probably because you didn't have signal or something.
Yeah, it changed a lot today. That's fair enough. Come on. All right, Dave, lead us off.
Are we all
What
going
do
to
you
go?
got?
Are we going to go full team or are we going to go defense, mids, rucks?
We'll go position by position.
Okay.
All right, give us your defense.
Okay.
Don't know why we turned American.
Harry Sheasel, Max Holmes, Matt Roberts,
Yep.
Harry Perryman, Joel Frieger, or however you say it, Jackson Pryor, and then on the pine is Zach Reed and Luke Trainer.
Nice. Okay.
Any queries or comments?
I think just short it. Short.
Yeah, no shorty there.
Yeah, that's the only one that.
Yep.
So you've gone the don't like the defense, don't like the value, which I'm kind of in a similar boat. I'm just going to spend up.
Yeah, spent up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure about shorty. So
Yeah.
I actually like Roberts and Perryman, both clear cut. So.
And then Pryor's the other one.
Yeah,
which I don't
Pryor.
like.
Which I'm a bit sceptical on, but it might be right.
Yeah.
I've got him.
The way I see it is, Sheasel and Holmes, in my opinion, are both going to be top 6 defenders.
Yeah.
So that's
They're
why
locked
I've
in his
gone
time.
for them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right, Jill, what do you got?
All right, I've only actually got 2 points of difference. Actually, no. 1.
Oh.
Okay,
So
very similar.
I've gone Sheasel,
Yep,
Daniel Rioli.
you have not.
I have. Matt
have
Roberts,
not.
Harry Perryman, Joel
You're
Frazier,
lying.
Jackson Pryor.
He actually has Dan Rioli.
Luke Trainer,
He's going to have a
Zach Reed.
0 in round 2, mate, and his price isn't going to go up.
You've literally got Ash. It's the same thing.
He's got a break even of 30. It's not the same thing.
No, it's
and he's
not.
already scored 130. That's going to change before tonight ends.
Did you just put that in there tonight?
Yeah, actually.
I don't think we...
Because I didn't want Shorty. I
Is
didn't
that
want
because you
Shorty.
drafted him?
Shorty! No, I don't have him.
We don't like Shorty here, mate. We don't like him.
Okay. Yeah, look, I don't
Look,
think
that
you
one
can...
might change. That
I
was
don't
an
think you can
oversight.
justify
Shorty will probably be
Rioli
on
over Shorty.
No, that was an
Shorty will
oversight.
probably be in my team on Thursday as I...
Look
have a
at
bit
this.
of FOMO.
I've
But I
been
like the rest of
bullied
it.
into
I
removing
like the rest
Dan
of it.
Rioli from my
Well,
team.
Well, it's not...
I mean, that's just taking the piss. Come on.
As Dan
That's
Rioli
full
goes
day
like
the
150
Right.
next week or something.
Welcome back, the lizard.
All right.
Okay.
Look, I'd
Wait.
say I'll try to save this, but shit, this is probably just as shit. Jaden Short is my D1.
Okay,
So you guys
That
don't
is
have him.
off, mate.
I'm going full value this year.
No,
So,
no.
Team
Go
spoiler.
full something
Team
in this.
spoiler. I don't have a single player over $1 million.
All right.
So I've said I'm going full value this year. I'm sticking by it. Jaden Short. Yep. Lockie Ash. Who has just come out of the blue. I'm making that play. Matt Roberts, Harry Perryman, Joel Frazier, Sam DeConing is there.
He's in there.
He's back in.
He's there for
No
me.
way.
He's been there for the last few days pretty safely
I
at
hope that
D6.
burns you.
The way I see SDK
Yeah.
is if he has that role, he will be 80 plus.
Okay.
So I went back and had a look. He had 5 games playing as a ruck last year.
Yep.
He had 3 tons. So he did have 2 60s. One was against Essendon, the red team. So he's going to have some 50s and 60s, no denying that.
Yeah.
But he will have some tons if he's playing solo ruck.
Yeah.
And he will average 80. So I think the question is less like, how good is he going to be as a solo ruck? It's will he remain the solo? It's purely role.
Oh, jeez.
So if he gets named as the solo ruck in round 1, I'm doing it. Locked in.
Okay.
And
But
then, and then like
I think
say,
most people would, right?
and I think, look, the way, because he's D6, the worst thing that happens to me is maybe a Jackson Pryor, comes in if he sucks, and I free up 200k. So,
Yeah.
and then Trainer and Reed on the bench as well.
He's copying my team.
I like those.
Yeah. Who's Trainer and Ray?
Trainer.
So you
and
went
Reed.
Trainer as well
So
in the
yeah,
end.
Luke's in for me.
Yeah.
So, assuming, I don't know if has he been announced for a debut?
Yeah.
Okay,
3 of
nice.
them got
He has.
announced. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Layla.
Layla.
Yeah.
Armstrong and Trainer. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mids.
Nice.
Here we go.
Go on, David.
Christian Petrarca.
Oh,
Ed Richards.
so Christian and Petrarca M1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian
Wow.
Petrarca. Ed Richards.
Is Ed good to go?
Oh, God, fingers crossed. Otherwise, he has to go.
Okay, yeah. If he gets named, fair
Will
enough.
Ashcroft.
Wow.
Clayton Oliver, Will Day, Nathan O'Driscoll, Finn O'Sullivan, Levi Ashcroft, Xavier Lindsay, and Lucas Camporale.
Wow. So you've got Will Day at M5. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you've gone big on value there.
Yeah.
I've done the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge.
I've got Jordan Dawson.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Connor Rosé, Clary, Will Day, Sartas. But if Ed's good to go, I think I'll have to go Ed.
Okay.
Over that person.
That's a lot of money difference.
Nathan
I
O'Driscoll.
like Sartas, just quietly.
Yeah.
He's still in there at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I still like that.
I feel like it's safe enough.
Yeah. I agree.
O'Driscoll, Levi Ashcroft, Finn O'Sullivan, Harvey Langford, Sam Layla, but the rookies can change.
Yeah, but I like that you've got 2 expensive rookies there.
Well, if I need to get Sardas to Ed Richards, I'll just trade one of those down
Okay.
to Camporale.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. So I've got my most expensive player in my side. Connor Rosé is M1 and my current skipper for round 1.
Okay.
Tom Powell is M2. So I'm sticking with my guns there.
So big drop off there, yeah.
Powell is in.
Yeah.
So this is where we go heavy value. Clayton Oliver M3, Will Day M4, Adam Chera M5. Then I've got Nathan O'Driscoll M6. And I got Hugo Garcia in at M7 instead of the rookie there.
Hugo.
So I didn't have room for him in my forward line, which we'll touch on soon. And I don't know if he's in your forward lines, but I can't deny his value. I think he's going to be in the guts.
There's nothing like a 400k rookie, is there?
Well, I think he's going to be a 70 plus.
Okay.
70 plus guy. Then I've still got Finn O'Sullivan on my pine.
Yep.
So I'm not missing out on his cash gen if
Yeah.
he is good. Sam Lawler as well is there. And then my utility is also a mid with Camporale. So I've also got him in.
Oh, yeah,
So-
my utilities are mid as well.
And so I should just make this point now.
I've got Camporale there.
Yeah.
So make sure, I just had this just because it was in price order, but make sure your Richmond and Tiger players are not in your utility spot at lockout on Thursday.
Your Richmond and Blues players.
I've made that mistake one year where
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a player lockout in my utility and it made it so hard to switch players around.
Okay, so if you've got a Richmond or
stupid
Blues
app,
player,
yeah.
keep them in your
Keep them
whatever position
like,
they're in.
on the bench.
Okay.
I actually remember him having full meltdown.
Yeah, I
Like,
reckon
It
I
made
can't
things
move
really
them.
hard.
Yeah, I think that happened to me last year as well.
yeah.
So
Hopefully they've
Lawler and
fixed it.
Camporale. Well, no, but if they're locked in your utility, then you can't use your utility to flip some players around.
I've got
So,
Yeah.
I've got
just a
Boxall
warning.
in my utility, by the way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Onto the rucks.
Rucks, Big X,
Yep.
and X marks the spot. Tom DeConing is R2, and then Boydie is
Yeah,
R3.
I think that's what most will have, I think.
Rowan Marshall.
No, you don't. I know you don't.
He just changed it, I reckon.
Ruck 1.
So
Tom
okay,
DeConing,
I need
R2,
an honest
Harry
answer here.
Boyd.
I need an honest answer here. So if Rowan Marshall is solo ruck in teams, you'll pick him over X.
Yep, I'll do it.
Oh, mate, that would actually...
I'll do it
No.
purely to be different on this podcast.
No, but
Oh no, you
That's
got to
actually-
try pick.
No,
you gotta
I'll
try
do
pick
it, mate. I saw the Saints.
Do you think
I
he's going to
saw
be better
the-
than X?
I saw the Saints without him last week. And it
I
was
actually think it's fair.
hopeless.
I think it's fair.
That is
Hopeless.
true.
His draw to start is really
I'm not
good.
worried about Boydie.
Who's he got?
The Crows against Riley O'Brien. And then he's got Sam
okay.
DeConing.
And then
Okay,
Nick.
if he's not solo, if Boydie's named as well, would you still do it?
Well, I'm not stupid.
Okay, all right. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I had to ask. I had to ask. Yeah, well, fair
Good
enough.
gear,
I've
though,
got,
Yeah,
I've got Big Makey. I've got Big Makey at R1, so I'm doing it.
yeah. And you're having a go at having
no X,
Marshall.
no
at one.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Well, Big Makey's good.
Yeah.
Nah, Rowan's good as well.
Yeah.
What am I talking
Whoa.
about?
Hell.
TDK at R2. I just couldn't justify getting rid of him for Makey. That's why.
No, it's fair enough.
I did it. And then, yeah, Harry Boyd, just throw away R3. It's going to be interesting if maybe a different R3 gets named. And if they're going to be no good, would you rather have the red dot
I think
there as
I'd
a loop?
I reckon I'd almost rather it. I don't know.
If they're not going to be really good, so let's say it's like an Arch Reed from West Coast who might average 30.
Yeah,
Then
if he's lucky.
yeah.
Who
Then-
was the honourable mention last year from the Saints? Max
Oh
Heath,
yeah,
the ruck
yeah,
forward.
Yeah. So
Just the
they're
loop
going
king.
to get the armband a lot. If they're not going to make money, I think it is probably fair as a throwaway spot.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and give us your forwards.
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
to
these will
finish
be
off.
fairly similar, I'd assume. But Jason Horn-Francis, Jack McRae, Riley Sanders, Bailey Smith, Caleb Daniel, and I've got Joe Barry from Port, Sam Davidson, and Isaac Kako.
Oh, so Barry's on your ground.
At the moment, yeah, but
So
probably chuck Davo on.
Yeah, Davo will be. So you're playing a forward rookie.
Yes,
Interesting.
I think Davo obviously showed a fair bit in pre-season. I think Joe Barry's been
Yeah.
pretty handy for Port as well, to be honest. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they like him.
I'm
enough.
the same. I just have Davo at F6 pretty much.
So same forward line.
Same forward line, except
Yeah.
I've still got Stone in there and then the Kako. So
Yeah. Fair enough. So this is probably the one place I differ with where I've saved the money on a lot of those $1 million players going
Sure.
value elsewhere.
Yeah.
Where I've got Hornbag at 1 and I've got Isaac Rankin in at F2.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
I think is going to be full-time mid to high 90s at least, pushing
Yeah.
like 100
Yeah.
average.
That is,
Keeper.
If you think he's
That's-
going to be a top 6 forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair enough.
I think to justify it, he's got to be like mid-90s at least, and I
Yeah.
think he will be that. So
That makes sense.
he is probably the like almost my
then you
forward
won't-
line's the one I haven't touched because I look at those 6 and
You won't
I
have to
think
trade him.
I've borderline got the top 6 keepers with obviously McRae, Baslenka, Caleb Daniel, and then Riley Sanders, who he probably won't be a keeper, but
Yeah.
the rest of them. So then that's where I couldn't squeeze Hugo Garcia in there, so that's why he's sitting in my midfield. And then obviously I've got Davo and Stone on the bench.
Yeah, Hugo Garcia is an interesting one.
So the only thing I'd say with my team that I'm missing Kako, who I think is a safe like 50 guy.
Who's on your bench?
I just couldn't. Davidson and Connor Stone.
Okay.
So I'm
Kako
backing.
might be better than Stone though.
Well,
right?
yeah. If I had 70k to spare, I would have Kako in.
I reckon-
That's where I.
I reckon
sacrifice.
Barry might be better than both of them from Port.
Good shout. Is
I've
he
got no
a
clue.
what is he a?
He's
Good scorer, like high half.
half forward, I think. Yeah, forward
Okay, I
pocket.
don't
He'd
know
be
why I
similar to Kako.
Okay, I don't know why I pictured him as more of a key.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not.
All right. Well, they're the teams.
Yeah.
Take what you want out of
Is
that.
it? Yeah.
Probably not much.
Is there anything you guys have any comments on? Anything about each other's teams?
I think we've seen our teams enough at different stages.
Probably
That we
get
kind
rid
of
of
knew
Dan
what to
Rioli.
expect.
You guys both have Rose.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can't have them all.
And
right?
I have Doors.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I've seen with my team, like you can't have all the value guys, but I've tried to literally get every single one I could.
Rose.
Should go one of two ways for you.
Well, I think I want to go to like an extreme this year because every year I always say it's
And then-
always the
yeah,
guy
you
I
got
pay up
Dawson.
for.
Yeah.
I pay up for that
Sucks.
hurts
Yeah.
every time because if they have like a 7 in those first 3 rounds, it kills you.
Yeah.
So I'm just going pure value this year.
Yeah.
It might be too extreme and backfire.
Comes out, score like 1,600.
Yeah, honestly, I just forgot to pick anyone good in my team.
Yeah.
It could seriously happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
We'll see how it plays out.
Interesting stuff. Now, to finish up here, I think let's have a bit of fun here. Let's have our crystal balls for the season.
Yeah.
So we'll have a bit of a fantasy one and then a bit of a footy one just to finish off.
Sounds good.
So we got some questions here. We'll go through all of our answers for it. So get them up. All right, starting with our fantasy crystal ball and the highest averaging player. Lead us away, David.
Rowan Marshall.
Oh, come on. You're an idiot.
No, I'm not an idiot. He was the highest averaging player last year, wasn't he?
Oh, so you've just sorted by average. Gotcha.
I just think he'll be the highest averaging player again.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Rowan Marshall.
You morons.
Down the barrel of the camera. Do not hedge against greatness.
No, for me, it's the X-Man.
Okay.
So I am really scared of not starting X.
Yeah.
Because watching him against, yes, it was the Eagles who were a green team and he finished on a bunch of green teams. Watching him tackle, he could average 10 plus tackles. And if he does, he'll be 120 plus.
I think it's between those two.
Yeah,
So,
scary.
if they stay fit.
Yep, scary hours. Best starting pick of the year, David.
Best starting pick of the year, Will Ashcroft.
Oh, come on.
That's risky, mate.
That's a massive call.
That is
A
risky.
60 in... So what do you think he's going to be? Because
Ashcroft?
this better be unreal.
102.
So you think...
Well, I mean, you think Finn's going to be 100?
Yeah, but I don't think Finn's the best starting pick of the year. I know regarding the buy. So he's priced at what, low 80s?
Yeah.
102, best starting pick.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
back yourself
That's
in.
interesting.
Would that not be
I
best starting pick?
I don't know.
I've got.
That's not
I'll go
saying
to mine.
much,
I've
no.
got Caleb Daniel, who I think is going to go from a 50 averaging player to 100 and whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm trying to go a bit
I
different.
mean, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ashcroft goes 110, then you've absolutely nailed it. He could make a Tim Taranto leap, or just one of those monster leaps.
I tried to avoid the safe pick, just
Yeah,
Daniel.
no, that's
right,
fair enough.
yeah.
So I went Matt Roberts. Best pick of the year. I reckon he'll be
Yeah.
a top 6 defender.
I mean, if he's 100,
You reckon he'll be a top
Yeah.
6
I reckon
defender?
I reckon you won't have to move him.
yeah,
Wow.
massive.
Just sit him there.
Love that.
No, that's fair enough. All right, this is interesting. Worst starting pick of the year. Obviously, ideally, someone owned by at least a few coaches.
This is, yeah.
Mine's a bit controversial.
Mine was pretty easy because he's so highly owned and
Yeah.
what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Nick Dacos. After we pumped his tyres last week.
turned
Complete
into a
flip.
piss hand. We
Yeah.
jinxed him.
Yeah.
Put the hex on him.
Well, he's probably got a break even of 180. It's a fair call.
We hope caught him.
Yeah.
Much to Ducky's dismay.
Yeah. I'm gutted about it.
It went off.
Who you got? Who you got there, Jude?
I've got Bailey Smith.
Oh.
Daz Lenker. Okay.
And not from a point, I think for Classic he'll be fine, but I think the
Oh, so
expectation that he's
yeah.
going to be 100 plus is,
And I
coming
really-
off an ACL. Sorry, my alarm's just gone off.
No.
I was like, so his phone is that?
I like that because from a draft perspective as well, if
He went out first round.
let's just say he doesn't average 8, he averaged 70s. Then again, it's a pretty average pick in Classic, but you're not going to get hurt by it.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
a shocker in draft.
I mean, worst pick of the year is tough, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
nah.
I
Yeah,
really,
because he's
I
an
really
early
like
pick in draft.
yeah, I like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, I really like that. I had Dacos too. I kind of had him there anyway. If let's say ignoring that score with the
Yeah,
buy, obviously
yeah.
with the buyer and him being expensive.
Starting pick, yeah.
Yeah. So Nick Dacos for me. Best option between 400 to 500k.
Nathan-
Everyone's
Nathan
going for
O'Driscoll
one.
for
You
me.
got O'Driscoll.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
went Ben Hobbs
Come on.
because that list of names is atrocious.
So you don't have O'Driscoll or
No,
Garcia.
I've got O'Driscoll, but I was
Okay.
trying to find someone that was a bit left field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went Ben Hobbs because he was picked 10% of teams.
Wow.
You went him as best option?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure that out. Is he?
Not gonna lie, I didn't see O'Driscoll probably because he was in my team.
Okay.
I was like,
oh, yeah.
You've sorted
So
by
I was
price.
like,
No,
why
that's
has he
fair.
told us to list this?
Well,
This sucks.
no. Well, the reason I narrowed it down was because if you went higher than that, it was just going to be one of the forwards.
I'd probably
obviously.
go O'Driscoll then, right?
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got Garcia there. I'm hot on Hugo.
I've gone Hugo Garcia as the worst option between 400
Wow.
and 700k.
Worst option between 400 and 700k.
I don't know what you're seeing him.
So
I reckon. Look, I agree with you.
He had 18 centre bounces.
Yeah.
Right. So he was full-time mid in the preseason the whole time. He will be full-time mid in round 1.
I don't reckon he will.
He will. Oh, is there a man that I don't know that's on St Kilda's
No,
list
he's-
that is coming
he's on it.
out of the blue?
He's on
Is
it.
Brad Crouch coming out of retirement?
Maybe.
Hugo Garcia will be in the middle. He's a good tackler. So in like the worst case, that 67 he had in pre-season, he had 2 tackles. He's going to be better than that.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah,
I think the worst case is 80.
yeah. I've
No,
just
it's
got
going
him
to be
there.
it's going to be low time and ground. So okay, it's interesting.
I don't know.
It's fair enough. It'll be a good one to debate all year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Who was your worst? Ben Hobbs?
Slightly under 400k.
Yeah.
But
okay.
in
I like
33% of teams.
Yeah. Okay.
Elijah Hewitt.
Oh, okay. I mean, how many of
Like,
those
I reckon so many
32% that have Elijah Hewitt
Are
have
still
actively... Yeah.
We haven't even started yet.
Yeah, no, but
I
seriously.
know, but
Yeah.
like literally people make a team and just completely forget about
Oh,
it.
this was
You'd be
100%
amazed.
a personal selection. So.
Oh, wow.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. So cash cow of the year.
What was yours?
Surely this is pretty easy, right?
What was your worst pick?
Oh, sorry. I missed my worst popular pick.
Yeah.
Harley Reid.
I
Ten-
did consider that.
10%
Yeah.
of teams.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see year 2 Harley
And
come
now-
out in that preseason game, and I saw nothing.
It's going to be a
Yeah.
long year
So,
at Optus coming.
Look,
for the
he's
boys.
gonna have moments that has Optus Stadium on its feet, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as a fantasy player, what's he average, like 60s or he pushing 70? Yeah.
He's actually in my bold prediction for later on. Anyway,
Okay.
we'll get to that.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, sorry. Cash cow of the year, Dave.
Cash cow of the year. I've got Levi Ashcroft, but as a sort of left of field pick, I've gone Joe Barry, who gives me Ollie Dempsey vibes.
Yeah,
In terms
because
of,
that
in
would
terms
be
of
that
being
flyer.
being like a flyer pick.
Yeah,
I've also
enough.
gone Levi Ashcroft.
yeah. I have also gone Levi Ashcroft.
Yeah, I think that was
So-
pretty fair.
Wow.
With special mention to Davo, because he's cheaper.
Davo.
So I don't know if he averages as much, but because he's cheaper, he might make more cash.
yeah,
That'd
like
be
that.
interesting.
Like that.
All right, give me your number 1 defender, David.
Harry Sheasel.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Lucky Whitfield.
Oh,
I've gone
Lockie
Witters.
Whitfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Harry Sheasel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pretty
I mean,
comfortably.
they'll be
But,
around.
I
He'll be
mean,
around the
He'll
mark.
be
Whitfield's
around the
gonna be
mark.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Number 1 midfielder.
Lockie Neal.
Oh, Lockie Neal, number 1 average. Oh,
This is the fantasies section, you know?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We'll say average. Yeah,
Lockie
number 1
Neal.
averaging midfielder.
Number 1 averaging mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon.
Jesus.
M1.
I've gone Jordan Dawson.
When did you? Why didn't you draft him?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he would have just been taken, right? So
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I've gone Dawson.
Yeah, I've
Because I thought back to the pod last week and I said that was
Yeah.
cowardice when I said, no, he'll be 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll stand on business.
M1?
Jordan Dawson, M1.
Yeah.
I think he's going
I-
to blow the roof off it this year.
I fully agree. I've got Dawson M1 too.
No way.
Yeah.
We agree on something.
This is going to be
Another
one of the
handshake.
very few moments. A moment in
Wow.
time.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
I couldn't have-
Dawson M1.
Wow, all right.
He's not going to be worse. He can't possibly be worse than he was last
No.
year, which was like M4 or
105.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to take much for him to.
what do you think he'll average?
I reckon like 110 plus.
I think he could go 113, 114, back to where he was. I think what might help is if Rankin gets off the chain in some games, he might cop some tags.
Okay.
Whereas last year, Dawson is literally the only bloke
Yeah.
you would put a man near in that team.
Yeah.
So,
That's wild. Can't
Yeah.
believe that.
yeah, that's my thought there.
Fuck.
Number 1 ruck, David? Well, obviously.
Rowan Marshall.
Rowan Marsh.
I was going to say, if you said something different there, you've got it completely wrong. I've got Cherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
fair
1
enough.
forward?
Jack McRae.
Jason Horn-Francis.
Wow.
The Horn Dog.
That's a massive call, but I like it. I think
Yeah.
he's going to tear it
I
up.
think he's going to tear it up.
Yeah, fair enough. I've obviously got Jackson McRae, Mr. 110.
Yeah, there was also a bit of that to it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah.
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 Hornbag, very good. Just quickly, a couple quick fire ones. David, will Clary stay off the gear?
Yes. Yes, he will.
Yes, he
With
will.
confidence?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
Dot.
Mate, Petrarca gave me the
Yes.
ultimatum.
Clary's back.
He's been
Yeah,
doing a lot
he's
of
back.
stretching.
He looks good.
Yeah, he's looking good.
I
man.
think he's fired up and
Yeah.
in for a monster year. Will Dylan Moore be a top 6 forward, David?
No.
I've got yes.
You've got yes.
Yeah, I reckon.
I've also
I reckon he
got no.
sneaks in there like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I like it. And just lastly, give me one big call.
Connor Rosie scores under 100 in round 1 due to his stub toe.
Oh, yes, he's injured. When you said that to
that's
me today,
right.
When you said that to me today, I'd completely forgotten
Mate,
you had an
so I had Connor Rosie in
Full
my team last
flashbacks.
week, but injured in that match.
Yeah.
He's out of my team after what he did to me post-injury last
You're
year.
hearing the choppers.
Yeah,
You see
he's
Rosie
all
injury.
He's my skipper.
It's only a stub
he's-
toe. It's not a calf or whatever he did last year, hammy or whatever.
Mate,
But
Are you
I don't
reconsidering it now?
know. It's scary.
Yeah.
When he said it today, I did think, oh, shit. Double checked. He had a full training today, but
Maybe stub toes like a broken thumb kind of thing.
yeah, well, I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't think so.
big call I had Dawson.
Willoughby's 1 week hammy.
Dawson M1 was my big call.
Okay.
Which
okay.
now
I mean, it's not really
not actually a big call.
No,
so
but yeah, I think you could have gone a
I
little
don't think
more.
there'd be a lot calling for it.
I think
would
you
there?
could have gone a little more left field with that.
I
but
reckon
that's
a lot
all
of
right,
people say Dawson M1.
mate.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
fine.
mainly
Alright.
mainly because there was just a lack of good midfield, like high scoring mids last year.
The highest scoring midfielder was
if you said the highest scoring,
Troy, and he averaged 110, right?
Yeah.
I think a big call would be to say a midfielder averages, 115 plus again because they
Yeah.
didn't last year. Do you think Dawson does that?
I think it goes close. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And yet my big call, Tom Powell is a keeper.
Oh, no.
Old Tommy goes 105.
Oh.
Real Matt Crouch vibes
Do you know
and
what-
just stays in the team all year.
We need to get like a whiteboard and like write some of these things up so we
You
can
can
cite
follow it
it
throughout
later
the year.
No,
when the
this-
melts ensue.
No, this, yeah.
We need a list that we can refer to.
It's called a big
Because
call.
he's going to burn you.
It's called a big call, mate.
Yeah.
Tom Powell, that is a big
I
call.
said.
Okay,
Tom Powell's a keeper.
105.
All right, and just quickly, let's finish off with a bit of a footy crystal ball.
Yeah.
For those that we all love our footy.
Yeah.
Dave, give me your premier.
I've got the Giants.
I've also got the Giants.
Oh, so a bit of reactionary after round one.
Yeah.
I've got Port.
Port.
No.
Mate.
I'm
come
looking
on.
at I'm looking at JHF Rosie
Nah.
because Sydney dominated thanks to that midfield last year. I'm looking at JHF Rosie Butters when he's fit.
Who have they got in the
Leads
forward
them.
line?
They've got some key for Georgiades gun. I don't know if
He's injured
Snags
again.
Dixon is still running
I
about.
think he retired.
Joe Berry, new bloke's going to come flying in. I don't know.
He's a quality player.
Yeah. Joe Richards, Smoking Joe.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think Port are going to be very good.
Okay.
Very good. And they'll do it for Ken. Runner up.
Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, Lions. Yeah,
It's so easy.
That's
Yeah,
an easy one.
yeah, yeah.
That's an easy one. Wooden Spoon. Probably another easy
This
one.
was a hard one. Richmond Tigers.
Yeah.
The West Coast Eagles.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're an idiot.
Mate, I can't count Richmond. They're a VFL team. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, good
Okay.
game. Yeah,
Eagles,
I've got Richmond as
wooden
well.
spoon.
Come on. We're not that bad. Moving up.
Moving up. Gold Coast Suns.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can never trust them. But
Yeah, I can't
like
trust me that. I've actually gone the D's.
that. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
There- I mean,
I
there's
think
there
Melbourne
was
back
such
fit
a
firing.
there was
Nah,
a cluster.
that's good.
There was a cluster last year between
Yeah.
10 to 14.
Yeah.
One or two of those teams are making
Well,
finals.
I was just thinking, like, they literally won a premiership with
Yeah,
80% of
this
this
team.
side. So
Clary and Petrarca
you know.
back. It's a great call. I've got Freo finally moving up. If
Yeah.
they don't,
There's problems.
Longmuir is
They
gone.
ended up
He's-
9th last year, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no. I
or
think they were like
10th,
10th.
But yeah,
But if they had won the last game, they
Yeah,
were
Yeah,
they
they
were
were going,
thereabouts. I think. Look, the bloke that scares me is Longmuir.
he's an employee now, mate. See that?
I don't know. Some of the things he does. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you look at every end of the ground. Their midfield, their keys.
They are stacked.
They're
eh?
stacked.
They're stacked.
They have to be making finals
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, yeah.
Set to fall.
Sydney Swans.
Ooh, controversial in our circle.
Yeah, controversial last week. Didn't like what you saw on Friday.
Didn't like what I saw. Goulden's out for a fair while
That's
true,
now.
that's
fair.
big.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I've gone the Dogs. So
Okay.
I
So you
reckon,
think-
because they came 6th.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
they
reckon they're
did.
going to slide out of finals. I reckon they've got so many injuries to start off, and
Yeah.
they might just find themselves a bit of a
Beveridge's final year of his contract as
hole.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's very fair. So I've got a team that actually missed finals that are set to fall even further towards even bottom 4 territory.
Oh, God.
Carlton.
Oh,
I've got the poor blue baggers. Injuries are crippling them already.
Yeah, Kerno's. Yeah.
And yeah,
no, surely not.
Yeah. I've got Carlton.
They can't endure
Jagger
it.
gone.
Nah, they'll be alright, I reckon.
yeah.
How?
I reckon.
They didn't.
It's
They
still a
missed
good side.
finals. I think if injuries hit, they could.
They missed
easily-
finals, and Cripps had the greatest
won the
year of all
Brownlow.
time, according
Yeah.
to the umpires, at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got Carlton borderline bottom 4. So,
Yeah.
will the Suns finally make finals? Well, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes. No.
I've got yeah, I've got no.
Yeah, I've got
I've
no
got-
as
I don't
well.
trust them.
No, I can't trust
just
them either.
can't.
I like that from David though.
Yep, I do too.
Who's your Brownlow man, Dave?
Lockie Neal /
Well, yeah.
Sheasel.
Oh, he just added
Oh,
in the
a
slash.
draw.
Did you add in the Lockie
So
Neal?
are they
Yeah,
gonna
didn't have him there.
are they gonna draw?
Yeah.
Okay, tied Brownlow.
Nick
Nice.
Dacos.
Yeah, okay.
The piss ant.
I was close to
No,
letting
that's
him
still
put him
put
in.
in now. Like, oh, look. Wait till you hear my, wait till you hear my Coleman, mate. There'll be no yawning.
No, but to be fair,
Oh, I
after,
know who it is already. That is a disgrace.
after the weekend though, he's going against the tie a little bit. there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I've got Dawes. So if that answers your question,
Dawes,
if I'm
yeah.
hot on
Okay,
Dawson,
I like that.
I thought
I just didn't think the Crom would win enough games.
no.
And
So I
factoring
think
this
they're
in-
going to be good enough. And well, Patrick
again-
Cribb's perfect example last
I
year.
did just pick Dacos, and the Pies looked terrible.
Yeah. Who's your Coleman, Dave?
Jake Waterman
Duckies,
No, he's
mate.
a gun.
carries the Eagles to 15th.
He's a gun. That will be better than that.
Yeah,
I like
15th.
I like it. He's a gun.
A man from Fremantle.
Oh, Giant. It's a
Jai
Giant.
can't
Oh,
miss.
You're an
Jai
idiot.
Amos, mate.
He couldn't kick last year.
Yeah, but now he can.
Okay.
Been in the lab.
I thought
Well,
you were
yeah,
going to say Jack
Well,
Darling.
I wanted to pick Jez Cameron, but couldn't do it. Oh, Jack.
I went boring. I went Jez Cameron because I was going
Oh.
through the Coleman. And I'm going,
Yeah.
Jez is going to kick 70,
Yeah.
and I don't know who else is capable.
Yeah.
What else we got? The Rising Star.
Joe Berry.
Oh, so have you seen this bloke play?
You believe
Or did
in Joe
you- did
Berry.
you just read a tweet and you
I've
like what
full
you saw?
belief
Yeah,
in
you
Berry.
believe.
Okay.
Isaac
Misguided
Kako.
Oh, the
Rising
Jacko.
Star, yeah,
He's gonna-
Kako.
Mate, he will create buzz.
Yeah, make
No,
me
that's
lose my
actually-
mind.
Yeah, that's a great call. I like that. I mean, yeah, I said Ashcroft. Pretty
Yeah,
boring.
yeah.
Recruit of the year, Dave.
Matt Owies. Mauies.
I didn't say worst.
Nah,
recruit of the year.
Dan Houston. Dan Houston.
Dan Houston. Okay. Oh, bloody Mollies. Jesus.
I've kind of cheated a bit here. I went a combo. So I did
Okay.
the Tom Barras and Josh Battle combo.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
For the
No,
hot-
I do like that.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
do
I
really
reckon
like that.
Just watching them, that freed up Waddle and Scrimshaw to just like run off half
Yes.
back. And it was
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Very
pick.
fair. I've got Caleb Daniel. I think he's going to full take the piss. And if North move up the ladder a bit,
Yep.
he'll be
Could
getting the
look good.
plaudits. Yep. Surprise All-Australian.
Ed Richards.
Wow.
I've
Okay,
gone
I
with
like
a
it.
similar theme here. Matt Roberts.
Oh. Flame on. I like it. So I've gone Big Mickey.
Yes. Well,
Mickey,
that's
I love
good.
To be
That's
the best
good.
ruckman. Best ruckman, and yeah.
He's getting a bit
Name-
of,
name
a
is
bit of hype
starting-
behind him
I know.
now, isn't he?
Name
Yeah.
is- starting
He
ruck
dominated the other day.
As the Hawk, yeah, move towards top 4. Yeah,
Love
Big
it.
Mickey. Who should headline the grand final entertainment, Dave?
I just went Kings of Leon. I love a couple of their songs.
Yeah, that'd go down well.
I've left this blank, but I'll say Hilltop Hoods.
Yeah, if they
Throw
already,
it back.
Yeah, if they haven't done it,
Have they already done it?
I don't know.
Who?
Feels like they have.
Hilltop
but
Hoods.
Maybe they have. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it'd be a classic if they did. I said gyroscope.
Gyroscope, yeah.
Really throw it back.
Yeah.
Headline you'll see this year, Dave.
Feud between Ken Hinkley and Josh Carr results in Ken Hinkley leaving the club
Wow.
before his contract ends.
Ooh, you're
Well,
going
I've
to set
Sort
up
of
to fail.
similar.
I've
You know how Sam Mitchell and
Yes.
Clarkson sort of feuded there? And
Yeah.
I think it'll be similar.
Well, because I went the opposite there. I thought, Port will go and win it all. But I like it.
So you reckon he's destined to fail? They're setting him up.
Ken?
It goes one or two
No,
ways.
I don't know if he'll fail, but there'll be like a bit of a feud between them two for power, you know?
Yeah. Excuse me. Headline you'll see, AFL Fantasy Podcaster Matt Craig DT king hit by disgruntled Eagles disgruntled Eagles player at Gather Round after his comments on the recent episode of the Weekend Wash-Up went a little too far after the Eagles 0-5 start.
That is a big headline. That's a bloody mouthful. That is a classic West Australian headline, though. They love to fill up the front page, don't they?
You say,
And I
what was the start? AFL
Fantasy
Fantasy.
Podcaster Matt Craig DT king hit by a disgruntled Eagles player at Gather Round.
You're an idiot. I said, is the first ever winless season on the cards as the Tigers go to 0-15.
Okay.
Serious
And we'll
chance.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see it every week. Headline you won't see, Dave.
Clayton Oliver seen punching another wall after losing the plot once again. I'm saying you won't see it.
I tell you, if he listens to this, we
we'll
love
be
you,
fine,
Clarion. You know, please go well for us. we're backing you.
I've got
Good times.
Cool.
headline you won't see. Member of the Weekend Wash-Up wins Hilux.
Yeah, so true. So true. Yeah, I said headline you won't see. The big birds are flying high as the Eagles are shit again.
Yeah. I'm glad you've come around to that one.
Yeah, no. Like, I don't think we're going to be spooners, but I was really excited until I saw us in pre-season and then, tempered
It's
expectations.
Grimsby, isn't it?
All right, let's finish off with the big call, Bush.
I actually hadn't got around to the big call, but I
Okay.
will say my big call is Lockie Neal winning another Brownlow. I reckon that's pretty big.
Okay, I think he's a pretty good player. But
Yeah.
I've got Harley Reid leaving the Eagles mid-season. Horn Francis spec.
Mid-season?
Yep. Like what
Oh,
the
as
Horn
in, like, loses the plot. Like, sort of
Yeah.
stops playing for a bit.
Just spits it
Full dummy spit.
and is gone in
Trade
the
me.
summer. Yep.
I don't think, There,
That's my
might, there
big
might
call.
not be a wash-up if that happens. I might not be around. My
Your king hit thing might happen after that.
my big call
Get to the
is
herdsman.
Collingwood to have a worse 10-year period than peak 2000s Tank Carlton. I think they're about to full.
I
Completely
don't
go
think it's
toilet.
possible with Nick Dacos.
That might be fair, but I think seriously, their list is looking to me full Eagles 2019 spec. Perryman giving him almost $1 million is just full like Tim Kelly, like keep us afloat. They haven't had a good draft pick for 5 years outside of their father's son.
Yeah.
Well, in
They're
contrary,
about to fall off a cliff.
but what you said to me
They've
was
got
that
the
the Eagles
oldest
would be
list
in
ever.
finals next year.
I said in the next 2 years.
No, it's 2026. We've got to bet.
Okay. Oh, so sorry.
You
next
guys have
year.
serious problems with betting.
Yeah, we've got
It's competitive in here, mate.
No, yeah. So
So
yes,
you
fair
reckon they're
enough,
going to go similar
but
drop off?
Guess what happens in 4 or 5 years' time? Tassie.
What, you reckon the Pies are going to Tassie?
No,
No,
they're not
their
going to
draft
have
picks will be
okay,
screwed.
sorry.
So
Yeah.
that's
sorry.
why
I was like,
it's
what?
going to compound.
Yeah.
I think
so
the
their
Pies
draft
might
picks
be
will
in
go
massive
back
trouble.
like 5 or 6 picks.
They would want to do well this year. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm.
Look, I think we
enough.
better wrap it up there, boys. That was a monster. But
Yeah.
look, if,
No, it wasn't too
if
bad.
ever we were going to, do a big old podcast, it's leading into round one.
Oh, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to
It's
be
gonna
good.
be all
Thursday
happening.
mayhem.
Thursday live teams is where it'll all be happening.
Oh.
Because bloody lockout is, before work ends on Thursday, you're probably not quite making your commute and you're having to lock your team in.
On the train.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no,
stressful
I'm not-
times.
yeah.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
I'm working from home, so
I'm
that's
timing it
all
well,
good.
whatever I do.
But yeah.
That'd be fun.
Make sure you're planning. Good luck, all you legends out there, with your round one lockout. Oh, it's exciting times, boys. Exciting times.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
can't wait.
All the best this weekend, legends.
Yeah, we will see you on Monday for a full meltdown.
Yeah, for the melts.
Yeah.
Get us there.
All right. Cheers,
See you,
guys.
boys.
See ya.
See ya.